Hello and welcome back, my friends.
Hello everyone.
So Alice and I are out in the garden today and we're getting ready to plant a couple citrus trees. And Alice had shared with me an interesting technique that I'm going to be employing today. Wanted to share it with you. But before we get started with that, honey, have you grown?
I'm trying.
Yeah.
I'm trying.
Both of us got to get in the frame, you know. So some of you may be aware that Matilda Jean, the last chicken of my flock, passed away a couple days ago. And Alice shared with me a technique that your grandfather used to employ on his farm in the Philippines, right?
Yes.
You want to tell them what it is?
If your chicken is dead, you have to bury it under like orange tree or like pomelo tree, whatever it's sour, and it become like sweet. Remember that, it's true.
So did your grandfather used to actually do that?
Yeah.
Wouldn't you rather eat the chicken? Not like a chicken that was old and died, but in his situation, where would he end up like having a dead chicken in that situation to bury?
Under the orange chicken.
Yeah, but why wouldn't they just eat the chicken instead, is what I'm asking.
Because it was passed away. You don't have to eat that one.
Okay, so a chicken that passes away, not from like a slaughter situation, but one that passes away from an unknown reason.
Yeah.
You wouldn't want to eat that
No,
type of a chicken.
no.
So the way it's utilized is to return it to the earth and to use it to help fertilize your plant. Makes sense.
Yes.
But specifically, you were talking about him using the chicken to bury underneath citrus, right?
Yes. And it's true because when I am in the 4th grade, I did that one. And when I become adult and then, you know, the orange has having fruits, it's really sweet. So
That sounds good.
That's my experience.
So we're going to give Matilda Jean a proper burial today. I've been keeping her on ice, so she's still fresh. We're going to put her in the ground underneath the citrus, and it will also be a good way to commemorate not just Matilda Jean, but our entire flock of chickens that have now gone and they've passed. So I'm going to be planting the citrus tree over here today. This was where my loquat tree was, and unfortunately the loquat developed some issues and it didn't pull through. So we're sad to see it go, but it happens sometimes in the garden. You just need to step up to the plate and replace it with something else. So because we're using your technique, honey, I'm not even going to put anything else in the hole. Just going to bury the chicken. That's it. That'll be the fertilizer, the food for the tree.
Yeah.
And then we can truly see how things develop just using your grandfather's technique.
Or sometimes like, you know, if you plant that, you have to put the chicken under. Or if you have already like planted already, it's not too late, honey. You have to bury it beside the orange or citrus.
So if you've already got an established tree, you just need to find an area where the roots aren't, you're not going to hurt the roots, but you can plant it near the base of the tree.
Yes.
So I got to go deeper than I normally would with this hole for obvious reasons.
It's a beautiful soil.
So here's what I'm planting. This is a Mexicola lime. It's a little tree. Picked it up for 20 bucks. This area in the yard particular, I wanted to plant an evergreen tree. That's why I had my loquat tree over here. So replacing it with a lime is going to work out just fine, seeing as it is an evergreen variety. So how long was your grandfather a farmer in the Philippines?
From his whole life.
Was his parents farmers as well?
That's what my grandpa told me.
The land that he farmed on, is it still in the family?
Yes.
Is it still being farmed?
My brother.
Your brother farms it?
Yes.
What's he growing on there now?
Corn. He's planting the corn.
Any trees?
And in the backyard is all trees. He has a lot.
So there's citrus.
citrus, orange, everything. Before it's like a very wide and nothing. Now it's kind of forest. You cannot see the people passing by if you are there because it's kind of forest.
So if you're sensitive to this sort of thing, you might want to look away for the moment. I'm going to put a little soft bedding down here. Yep. Rest in peace, Matilda Jean. We're gonna miss you. We loved having you around, and you did a ton of work for us, helping us to create good soil in the garden. So thank you. All right, now I'm just gonna throw some soil on top of that. Everything returns to the earth, my friends. Matilda had a long life for a chicken.
13.
13 years. She was adopted along with 2 of her sisters off of Craigslist. Somebody put an ad up because they couldn't take care of them anymore. And both her and her sisters had a long life, but she lived longer than any of the chickens. Usually I would add some amendments into this hole, but we're just going to go straight up grandpa style here.
It's truly that this one, when having fruits, it's gonna get sweet. Sweeter than the sugar.
Wow. I think planting a perennial as a way to commemorate life, death, or a special occasion is a great way to go. Forevermore, we'll have a good remembrance from this tree. So thanks for sharing that idea with me, honey. And as customary around the Plant Abundance Backyard Food Forest, I like to welcome in my new plants, especially perennials, by just saying, welcome to the garden, lime tree. Hope you enjoy your stay and you produce abundantly for us. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Thank you guys for watching.
We hope you're able to find some time to get out into your garden today and make some progress towards growing the most abundant garden of your life. So with that, have yourself a good one. Until next time, this is Dan
And Alice
from plantabundance.com. Take care. We'll be talking to you again soon.